I wanted to know what it's like to be a woman in such a technical environment. I mean, there are some discrimination.
Sincerely speaking, in my team, I don't feel it at all. It's very gender equal, and I really appreciate this thing. I know, and I've been in environments that were not. So to me, it's very important, sincerely speaking. And of course, sometimes you get most of the time declined with this problem. And it's very difficult to deal with them.
Hi to everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Wave, the video podcast of Datwave, when we are asked open question and we try to answer without embarrassing ourselves too much. This is the third episode, so far so good, I would say. I'm Andrea Martino, I'm a senior recruiter in Datwave, and today I'm here with Zelda and Simona. So Zelda, please.
Hi everybody, my name is Zelda Luconi, and I've been working at Datwave for the past 4 years, almost. But I've been in the field, and when I say field, I mean AI, data, and also infrastructure and cloud for the past 8 years.
I'm Simona, and I'm a bachelor student at the Università of Milano Bicocca, and I'm also the treasurer of JEMIB, the Junior Enterprise of Milano Bicocca. Junior Enterprises are a non-profit student association, and we provide consultancy services to small and medium enterprises, startups, and freelancers.
Okay. I think you have some question for us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
To begin, I would like to ask you what your jobs consist of and what are your daily activities.
Okay.
Should I go first?
Go first.
So currently my position is cloud architect. And you should think being an architect not being different from what an architect normally is. So like we build things, but we don't build apartments or houses. We do build mostly ideas. So a client comes to us or we go to the client with an idea. And we gather what they want to do, also their requirements. Or let's say we also gather what they have. So as people may have wood or bricks, we gather what kind of data do they have. Because of course not all ideas are feasible. And my job is exactly this one. Discuss with the client, understand their needs, and based on that, write or design a blueprint so that we can actually build up their ideas with the collaboration, of course, of other figures. For example, data engineers, AI engineers. So when it comes to this, I would say that my job is 40% technical design, 30% for sure communication, and another 30% research. Because when you work in consultancy, you have to be innovative. So you have to research what is going on.
So you work 110%.
Yeah. Because we work on that way.
Yes.
And so you're an engineer?
Yeah, currently, yes.
Okay. And also I wanted to ask you, what are the soft skills do you believe that a student should acquire before leaving university?
The soft skill?
Yeah.
For me, the answer is very straightforward. I think the most important soft skill a student should have is communication. But not just a student, actually. I think every human being should benefit from this kind of skill, from this set of skills, because this is the most important set of skill a human being can have. You must communicate with everyone, actually, and you must communicate well with, in your student life, with your professor, at work, with your partner, with your enemy. You have to communicate with everyone and you have to do it well, because the way you convey words and you speak can change the perception of the reality for the person you're talking with. And since we are living in a human society, it can change actually the reality around you. Also, something Dumbledore said at the end of Harry Potter. So I think there's a very high source that said this is a very important skill.
Okay, thank you. And what about AI? Do you use it on your daily?
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna answer to this. And I'm gonna also answer to your previous question. So I do use AI. I think it's important to know technology, use it, understand how it works. I mainly use it, for example, when I have to write proof of concept code. So proof of concept is when you have an idea and you just try to see if it works. And sincerely speaking, when I have to actually write the prompt, I try to be very specific most of the time because I'm expecting to just accelerate my work. I believe that it's important to understand AI. It's artificial intelligence, but it's something that we build. So we both can use it, but we have to do it responsibly. And so for answering to your previous question, I think that the most important skills you should acquire before, like when you are in the university, but you will keep on acquiring even during work, it's ethical behavior. You should understand the impact of your actions on the surroundings. So for example, when it comes to AI, or let's say it comes to big data and data centers, which are, let's say, the heart and power of this technology, these data centers have a big impact on not just society, because, okay, AI, like this common thing of stealing words. Of course, all innovation do. It's actually the environmental impact that it has.
Energy consumption.
Yes, exactly. Or refrigeration. Like data centers need to be cooled down. And it's actually exploiting a lot of resources. In certain cases, you can also think about pollution, air pollution. So when you actually build an AI, you do it responsibly. You understand if it's needed, and if it is, you build it in the right way. If it's not needed, you use normal code, and you try to make it as efficient as possible. Because we have an impact. What do you think?
Well, I use it basically to study. I mean, I usually use it for repeat concepts. I mean, or
as a facilitator.
Yeah, like an interlook. I don't know.
A speaker.
Yeah, a speaker.
You speak with that.
Yeah,
and you okay. But to rephrase something, you have, for example, you take your notes and it says like, ask me something, or you ask the agent to ask something that he can actually gather on the web.
No, the first thing. Okay. I mean, but somehow it just gives me the reason. I mean, sometimes I have to tell ChatGPT that he's wrong, and so we start like a discussion.
So you are training the AI.
It is actually really important, sincerely speaking.
But actually, I think for this kind of purpose, for this kind of use, it could be very useful because it's a very good facilitator to, help you study or to make some process faster. But I think Zelda says something really interesting when he said that we should do ethical use, because sometimes we think, okay, but AI can replace the job. I don't know the answer. Maybe it's yes. But we never ask ourselves, should the AI replace our job? Because the AI can be accountable for this decision it made. And the accountability for our decision in a job environment, I think, is very important right now.
Exactly. This is a really important point, sincerely speaking. I completely agree.
Do you use it on your...
Actually, not a lot. I use it as I say, as a facilitator for certain tasks to make it a bit faster. But since also my job is very human centered, I cannot use it like a lot in a lot of way. At least not in a dystopian way, we could say. So yeah, I don't use it a lot actually.
Also, I wanted to know, what are the things you love and hate the most about your job?
Should I start all the time?
As you want. I don't want to be fired, so you can start. Okay.
So something I love. Sincerely speaking, as already mentioned, I love the fact that I'm in a very challenging environment. I know not a lot of people would love it. Some people love to know their things and stick to those. But to me, it's really important to get all the time something new to learn. Another thing I love about my job actually is the fact that we work most of the time remotely. I, of course, go to visit clients, as we mentioned before, but I don't have to come all the time to the office. And this is really important to life balance, at least according to me, in my opinion. And something I maybe don't like, or maybe I would say more got me kind of frustrated sometimes, is the technical diplomacy, which is basically, it's a made-up term. Don't look at for it. Don't look up. The thing is that sometimes, as said, it's new technologies, new things you have to explain to clients. And when you have to face people that have been working in the same environment and they are very comfortable with that, sometimes they don't want to change. So even if you speak in the simplest term ever, it will take ages to make them accept. And sometimes it's challenging, as is good. Some other time you just see the people, they just go poker face and like, no, we don't want this. I don't understand why we need this. And like, you have many pros. Of course, there are all the time some cons, but sometimes they can be a little frustrating.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
And
okay, so I have to answer too. Okay, I tried not to be fired for this. Well, something I like is sometime in my work, sometimes you get to align a series of interests between people and make them work. And when it happens, I think you feel something important happen. You created something, and you feel you added value to the company, but also, in general, it's something that feels actually good. And what I don't like, of course, is the opposite, when interest doesn't align, or it's very difficult to make them work, and in the end they don't align, so it can be frustrating.
I will tell you a secret and fun fact. He was the first HR I got to know.
She was a very difficult candidate. Can I say it?
Yeah, of course you can. I think everybody knows it.
Okay,
Some very
perfect.
difficult posts.
also I wanted to know what it's like to be a woman in such a technical environment. I mean, there are some discrimination.
So, sincerely speaking, in my team, I don't feel it at all. It's very gender equal, and I really appreciate this thing. I know, and I've been in an environment that were not. So, to me, it's very important, sincerely speaking. And of course, sometimes you get most of the time declined with this problem, and it's very difficult to deal with them. Sometimes you can, they can actually be melted in such a way that you prove your skills, your technical skills, and they will actually overcome this fact that you are a woman in like what is used to be. I don't want to use this word, but it's okay. More like man-oriented kind of environment. Of course, other times it's difficult, and the thing is that you can try with the rest of your team to maybe swap position. I had similar experience. I was actually leading the project as project manager and actually a cloud architect. We just got another project manager. It was a man, of course. But yeah, we have you can't really actually do more than that.
Okay. And you before mentioned work-life balance, so I want to ask both of you what you do on your free time out of work.
Okay.
Other work. Well, I could fill pages of with my interest because I like to do everything actually. So one important part of this company is that actually it managed to, create enough space for personal time for me, and this for me is very important because I have so much interest that I like to write, I like to read, I like to travel, I like to eat, I like to try everything. So yeah, it's difficult also to pick one interest of my personal life. I'm curious about Zelda because I know some of the interests of Zelda.
I'm very known in my team for being a sporty person. So I love any kind of sport. I've tried most of them. I also love to travel. I've been actually living abroad a good part of my life. And one thing I love is learning about the culture and language. Like, for me, understand a language, it means that you can understand better people, and you can understand better, for example, even jokes. Which is, it's
difficult to understand
German,
actually. No, yeah.
And but in my free time, I actually also, let's say, study. I also have a collaboration with National Research Center, Italian one. So I do many things.
Thank you.
Also, you love climbing.
Yes, but like this is part of the sporty people.
In general,
I cannot list all the sports. It's gonna take half an hour at least.
Okay, so I think I've asked you many questions. So I thank you for the answers.
Actually. Thank you, and thank also to everything that stick to the finish of this interview. But I think it was a nice interview, so it's all your game. And I will see you next time into the next episode of The Wave. Thank you.